They put the soundtrack there. It's one of the only tracks I remember. Okay. Looks gorgeous. Alright, 10 out of 10. I'm really curious. Wow. That's fucking filmmaking. You know, I did not get spoiled, but I kind of got a general idea of the philosophy of the movie, which might anger hardcore fans of the lore, because it's not about the lore.
You're wasting your
Your men
time.
are already dead.
Down now.
No, Lieutenant. Your men are already dead.
That's so stupid. I love it. It's weird. I guess it's supposed to look a little off, but some shots actually look better, more sharp. But overall, the original sequence is much more fluid. That Black Widow move. I love the looks. I'm gonna dress up like Bugs for the rest of my life. If you want to know the truth, you're going to have to follow me.
This is his apartment.
You mean Thomas Anderson's? I knew who I was and what I had to do.
But you're a program.
Who are you?
I am Morpheus, and I have to find Neo.
That was a chapter. I suspected this.
What the hell?
What the?
Something wrong?
Ever mind them?
Hey, you trying to blow my mom or what?
Brandon. Can I have one bite? This is my husband, Chad.
Nice to meet you.
Chad Stahelski? Chad.
Babe, we gotta get Callie to practice.
That's hilarious.
Sorry. Come on, kids, let's move out.
Billions of people just living
They're
out
not
their
alive.
lives. Oblivious. I always loved that line. Warner Brothers has decided to make a sequel to the trilogy.
What?
They informed me they're gonna do it with or without us.
I thought they couldn't do that.
Oh, they can.
Tom?
Are you alright?
Yeah.
I mean, the look is so
What were you feeling at that point?
gorgeously artificial.
Which tells me just how far we've come.
Problem solved then.
Originality and fresh, which I think are great things
You share the
to keep
same
in mind
thing.
as you begin working on Matrix 4. And who knows how many more?
So stupid.
Fascism
It's a metaphor.
of capitalist exploitation.
I mean, it clearly will divide itself between actual Matrix and Matrix commentary.
There's a woman in your game. I like her. I like Trinity. And I dig her Ducati. Another coincidence, I love motorcycles. You laughed.
Well, quite a marriage you got there.
And I laughed too. Like it was a joke. How could it not be, right? I wanted to kick him so hard. Not too hard, maybe just hard enough to break his jaw off. Hi, Mrs.
It
Tiff.
felt so
Oh,
awful,
God, no.
and just like that,
I'll be right there.
it feels
My,
familiar
my
again.
nose stuck a little.
follow my voice. Feel the tips of your
This
fingers.
is so interesting and impossible to follow. I really don't want... This movie is working so well until I realize it is actually the Matrix.
My name is Trinity.
No one can tell you very well, just know it. Through and through. Balls and bones.
Was it different you? But
Wow,
I
I
saw
really like the
the real you.
color palette change
Just a second.
that goes in line with the Sati.
Did you be ready for this? You want the truth, Neo?
Where is the real Morpheus?
You go.
I always found the fashion in the older movies to be, well, amazing costume. I always found the fashion in the older movies to be too simplistic. But it holds up because it's slick.
A
It's
moving
not
portal makes it hard
overcomplicated.
to track.
Please, this is not a game. Feel my hand. This is what is real.
So funny. This is crazy talk. It's a special chamber. Is that Trinity? Okay, we did not flush this time. It's so funny because this is clearly the part of the movie that... Yeah, there we are, here we are. I remember. This is clearly the part of the movie that is not the most interesting to Lana, probably. But it is the part we care about. Wow, this is some gorge CG. He's got some big ass more implants there. It's funny that even 20 years later, Keanu Reeves still can't get rid of the Midnight Shadow beard.
Open for me.
Berg is our resident neologist.
What?
Excuse me.
There's a lot of people out there like me who...
We don't know how to get her out. Yet.
Captain?
Now we got
We're
someone
approaching security
that
clearance.
might have
We're here.
powers and powers. Whoa.
That looks real.
Fire Sky. I don't believe in the one. I never did.
No. Me neither. But
It's just like Star Wars
there was a time
Force
when you
Awakens now.
trusted me with your ship.
We need to talk.
Wow.
When word first came.
This is so cool. But why do the Matrix still vilifies him?
You remember that shit we used to eat? That slop that tasted like rust?
Yeah, I remember that part.
Could have never ate something like this.
Why?
Why do the magnet people have to look like people? It would be cool if they were just shapes.
For the first time, we saw machines at war with one another. We got word. But neither does growing old. And you don't hear me complaining.
I kinda do. You know, I'm the one. I got EMP powers. Oh, morphs?
What if she's happy where she is?
She doesn't seem to be.
How did I read?
Nobody is. It kind of feels weird that he's surrounded by young people.
Let's go.
Ugh. Her outfit is gorgeous again. Wait. Oh.
I played all these years. I can't believe it.
The fights are just fights.
Still won't come through.
Okay, this is getting, we're getting aggravated. Bugs, rats. Dude, fighting with a skirt? Hell yeah! Can someone buy me a skirt like that? That would be so much cooler in one shot. He's getting Jean Grey powers. Thank you very much.
We should go.
How did it end?
Not good. Finally, we could talk like adults.
Didn't.
It was never just you. Alone, neither of you is of any particular value. Like acids and bases, you're dangerous when mixed together.
What? Excuse me? I hate how his frame rate is different.
It's actually us maximizing your output.
Oh, so we got a new villain. A cool villain.
I need 2 more.
Is Neil Patrick Harris like a new architect, right? He built a new matrix.
Even know.
The shadows are gorgeous here. Let's not fucking break her out and rip her mind apart. What are you doing? God, it's visually gorgeous. I mean, such news. Alright, let's talk. Look, we're in a matrix. Let's get out. Let's. Whee! I'm just kidding.
But look at me. I can't be her.
Mom, come on. Mom, it's Callie. Is this real? You have to come with us.
Come on, we gotta go.
Tiff, hey.
I hate that name. My name is Trinity, and you better take your hands off of me.
Classic Trinity. I swear to God, if I see you in this frame rate, is this supposed to drive us crazy and angry at him? Because it does.
Lies and more lies.
Wait, excuse me?
What does the world come to when you can't even trust the program? How do you...
Sure. No, okay.
Yeah, that's not happening.
Okay.
These 2 new Boxington Farms.
Apart from the color and the cinematography in general, there is not much visual strikeness as in the originals. Oh, I just now realized that. You know how people criticize the original Matrix from being too much like a video game? Well, that is cool. It's not as striking and consistently original visually as the originals. But here and there you see we see sparks of that brilliance. Okay. First movie much? That is dope.
My dream ended here.
Okay, so I hold shield. We both thought that shit. Without hair, we look challenging.
Another chance.
I think I heard a shot. I think I heard a shot.
Don't know if I love the ending, but alright. Like that last scene, sure. It's just too light. The thing is, I watched the Matrix trilogy recently exactly for so I could understand if I wanted or not to see the new one, because I had watched it when I was very young, and the first and second one, I think, and I didn't think anything else. The only thing I remember from that was Keanu Reeves' belly, which caught my attention. I rewatched it and I think it was really cool. And then I watched Reloaded and I thought it was really cool. And then I watched Revolutions and I thought it was really cool. I love the universe. I watched Animatrix. I think Animatrix is the best case scenario for continuing with this universe, because I think their story are done. And that's the thing I think this movie kind of, which, I mean, there really was no choice. That's what Warner Brothers wanted. They wanted a continuation of the Trinity the Neo story, and that's what Lana did. But I think that if we did Animatrix anthology inside the world of the Matrix, there's an endless bit of creativity and interesting creations to be had. But that's okay. We don't have that. We have this. What I think is that inside this movie, there's another movie that is a indie movie about Keanu Reeves doubting his own life and whether he actually lives in the Matrix or not. And that part in itself would separately be a very interesting, great movie. And then we have the actual Matrix, and then we mix the two, and with varying degrees of success. I think isolated, the Matrix part and the meta part works better isolated than together. But all in all, it was great. Very incredible ideas. I think the action, I think Lana did not want to rehash what they did before, her and Lily, and for that matter, what came before was great. So if you did not want to do that, you did something that wasn't great. I mean, it was competent. It was just not amazing, astounding, but visually amazing. The performance is amazing. The world building still amazing. I have watched the trilogy recently and not watched again, and I know that there's a lot of advantages on rewatches, and I'm pretty sure this one will have even more so, because it's packaged in so much layers and layers of irony, meta commentary, great stuff. Completely unnecessary. I mean, the original trilogy is very well wrapped up, but it is it is aware of its cursed existence, and it makes the best of it. So hope you like this reaction. Like the video, it's very important. Subscribe and hit the bell, it's also very important, and tell me what you think, because I'm curious. Bye bye.